Harold. Oh, Harold. This always happens. Harold. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Ann?
Yes, thank you. Good. Thank you.
The wonders of virtual yoga. Glad to have you, Ann. So really take that big inhale, fill up with that clean, fresh air, and then let go of everything that doesn't help you or serve you. Now start to get purposeful with your breath, and let's work on our yoga breath called Ajayu. Deep inhale through your nose, constrict your throat, fill up completely, pause, then exhale through your nose with force. Should be a loud breath. Should be able to hear yourself, your neighbor, the person clear across the room. If you can't hear them, breathe for them. Think about being a community breath. Push your hips back to your heels. Walk your fingertips off the right side of your mat. Stretch open the ribs on the left side of your body. Maybe even take your left hand over your right and pull yourself over a little bit more. And then walk your fingers back to center and move to the other side. Great breath. Come back to center. Tabletop. Angry cat, saggy cow. Take your belly button up and round, and then roll at your own breath. And when you've done a couple of those, maybe you want to incorporate your hips into it. Think about making an infinity sign or figure eight, roll back and forth. I like to tent pole my fingers in front, let my heart come down. It's your body. You know what you need to do to get loosened and warmed up. Then come back to tabletop. Now think about that angry cat back. Pull the pit of your belly in and up. Right hand goes forward. Push your left foot back. Make yourself long. On exhale, elbow to knee. Bring them in and touch. Expand. Draw in. Push away. Draw in. Make yourself into a tiny little ball. Make yourself long. Reach back and grab your left foot with your right hand. Then release. Left hand forward, right foot back. Lengthen. Draw in. Expand. Draw in. Push away. Make yourself into a tiny little ball. Then expand as long as you can be. Then grab your right foot with your left hand. Downward facing dog. Now take that dog for a walk. Bend one knee, roll over your toes. Maybe lift a leg, yawn a hip open, whatever you need. Excuse me. Then come back to center. Look back. You want your feet to be hip width apart, which would be 2 fists between your big toe mounds. And your heels are hidden by your ankles. Inhale up on your tiptoes. Bend your knees. Let your shins hover ankle height. Pull the pit of your belly in. Straighten your legs. One more time, up on your tiptoes. Bend those knees, hover. Downward facing dog. Come up to your tiptoes, and with little baby steps, you're going to walk your feet to your hands and hang in ragdoll at the front of your mat. Now, everything starts with your foundation, your feet. Ground down. How about taking some sways left to right? Forward fold. Now bend your knees so much, give yourself a reverse hug, pull yourself down, let your head hang heavy. Halfway lift. Now really exaggerate, bring those shoulder blades together on your back. Fold. Tuck your chin, take 3 breaths to roll up to standing. Your head is the last thing to come up. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Shoulders are up and back, palms forward. You are tall and you are powerful. Look down at your feet, true north, hip width, pointing towards the center of your mat. Inhale and reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Set an intention for your class, make it big and bold. And we'll begin with 1 Om. Deep breath in. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Great breath. Keep it going. Take that big breath in. Empty. Look forward. Move forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Root down and rise up. Look up and back. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. High plank to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take that big inhale, empty, spring forward. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, reach up and look up and back. Exhale as you dive forward. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Remember, you don't have to do every plank from your toes. You can come to your knees. You can go right to down dog, or you can do a double chaturanga. It's up to you, but it's encouraged to push yourself. Nobody else will. Big breath in, empty, move. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain, look up and reach up. Maybe go back 1 more light, fold. Half lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 1 breath in, empty, jump forward. Half lift, fold. Our last sun A, reach up, look up, exhale and dive forward. Half lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 1 breath in, empty, float to the head of your mat. Halfway lift, fold. Utkatasana, chair pose, thunderbolt. Put the weight in the 4 corners of your feet. Pick your toes up. Pit of your belly in. And it's a kindergarten chair, so you've got to sit lower and reach higher. Build some tapas. Smile. It makes it easier to smile. Fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Take the whole breath to come up. Plant your hands to low plank. Up dog, down dog. Left side. And flow, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Now we're going to do the rest of the sun bees at your own breath. Remember, it's not synchronized swimming. It's yoga. It's supposed to be messy. So take a big breath in, empty, spring forward. Half lift, fold. Chair pose, one breath up. Exhale and fold. Half lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Empty to low plank. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left side. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. One breath in. Empty. Spring forward. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Half lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Plant and rise. Empty to low. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Right side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Are we warmed up, Olivia? Good. Inhale your right leg up. Equal weight in both hands. Make yourself long. Then slowly bend your knee. Come up on the ball of your left foot and flip your dog or stay there. Keep your feet hip width. Maybe wheel is there. Way to go to Jeanette. Right side plank. Maybe that top foot floats up and you look up. Sparkle your fingers. High plank. Low plank. Up dog. Down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Bend your knee. See how slowly you can flip your dog, like a feather, float over. You floated. You were like a feather. Left side plank. Maybe that top foot flexes and floats up as you look up and reach up. High plank, low plank, up dog, down dog. Give a big inhale and a loud sigh. One more. Inhale your right leg up. On empty, bring your knee to your nose. Round your back as you come forward. Push away. Right knee underneath your left elbow and hold it. Push back. Think about a plank arm. Right knee to your right elbow. Maybe hold it for 2 breaths. Push away. One more time. Knee to your nose. Hold it in. Hover. Crescent lunge. You can always be on your back knee. Start with your cactus arms where we get those shoulder blades together. Pit of your belly in. Then take your arms up. Interlock your thumbs. Take your gaze up and back. Hands to heart center. Lengthen. Twist to your right. Don't rest on your thigh. Playtime. Open your arms if you want. Breathe. One more big breath in. On empty, open a little more. Back to crescent lunge. Slowly open to warrior two. Back foot is flat. Go a little bit lower. Pick your shoulders up and take them onto your back. Keep them there. Gravity will bring them down. Flip your front palm and revolve your warrior. Take a big breath in, straighten your front leg, grab your right wrist, stretch the whole left side. Back to warrior two, extended side angle. You can have a block, or they can have that right arm aside of your knee, thigh. Use it as a self-assist, push. Playtime. Take a bind, a full bind, bird of paradise. Otherwise, take both hands forward like you're holding a beach ball. Go a little lower. Little lower. You get the most out of it when you want to get out of it, right, Jeanette? It's a smile. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Just what I was wanted. Inhale your left leg up. On empty, knee to your nose, round forward, push away. Left knee underneath to your right armpit elbow, push back. Think about an arm balance, left knee to your left elbow. Push away. One more time, knee comes in, hover, hold it there, hold it. Crescent lunge. Start with your cactus arms. Keep those shoulder blades together. Palms in, take your arms up. Interlock your thumbs the way that doesn't feel right. You have a favorite thumb. And look up and back. Hands to heart center. Lengthen, twist to your left. Pull the pit of your belly in. Use that Uddiyana Bandhai. Open your arms if you want. Come back to crescent lunge. Open to warrior two. How's the knee doing? Good. Now everybody can take their front foot forward a couple inches. It's part of your mat you've never touched. Go a little lower. Revolve your warrior. Straighten your front leg, stretch the whole left side. Back to warrior two. Extended side angle. Now maybe you take a full bind on this side or bird of paradise. If you're not in a full bind, both hands forward like you're holding that beach ball. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Take a big breath in, empty, float forward. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana, Thunderbolt. Pit of your belly in, tailbone down. Sit lower and lower and lower. Hands to heart center, twist to your right. Playtime, side crow, bird of paradise. If you're not going for that, just get your hips lower than your heart. Maybe your left arm goes between your knees. Some beautiful side crows. Let's keep breathing. Let's all come back to chair for one breath. Fold. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers. Give yourself a halfway lift and then melt. Shake your head yes and no. It's always good to finish with a yes. Crow pose. Plant your hands right under your shoulders. Knees can be on the backs of your triceps or on the sides. The goal is to get 10 toes. You start with 1. Now, if you're really good at crow, bring one knee to your chest and then take it back. Then the other. Take it back. Then shoot back to low plank. We all meet in down dog. Take a big breath in, big breath out. Big inhale, on empty, look forward, spring forward. Halfway lift, fold. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Pit of your belly in, tailbone down, toes up, sit a little lower. Hands to heart center, twist to your left. And you can play on this side too. Side crow, bird of paradise. Way to go, Jeanette. Alicia. Let's all come back to chair. Fold. Gorilla pose, Padayastasana. Slide the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet. Now really walk your toes up to your wrists. Bend your knees as much as you need. Let your head hang heavy. Now play around with your balance. Take the weight out of your heels, put it in the balls of your feet. If you get your heels up, you've already done a handstand. You want to be adventurous, then do a somersault. No takers. Keep your hands under your feet. Walk to the back of your mat. That's purely for my enjoyment. Basket headstand or whatever inversion you want to do. Just play and get your butts up in the air. Just remember, child's pose is an inversion. So is down dog. There's plenty of wall space. Let's play for 3 more breaths, then we all meet in child's pose or high hero, whatever is your best restorative pose. Gonna make it? Make your way to downward facing dog. Pedal that dog out again. Take it for a little walk. Then take a big inhale on empty. Look forward. Spring forward. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Right side eagle. Right arm under. Right leg over, like you're sliding down a fire pole or your back is against a wall. Elbows up, hands away from your face. Find a drishti, a focal point, maybe the tops of your fingers. Release, switch sides. Root down to rise up. Extended mountain. Chair pose. Now make it the deepest chair you've sat all day. Then bring your right leg over your left, right arm under. Eagle pose. Keep your eagle arms, unwind your top leg, and take it back for bound airplane. Push your flexed fingers forward, push your foot back. Warrior 3, arms long in front of you like you're holding a beach ball. You want to give it to somebody. Make yourself longer. Drop the ball, airplane. Turn your right toes to the center to square your hips. Good adjustments. Hands to heart center. Half moon. It was a floating half moon. Really take your gaze up. Look up. Fold. Wiggle, jiggle, whatever you need to do. Back to extended mountain. Chair pose. Left leg over, left arm under. Eagle pose, left side. Soften your face. You're all too angry. Not angry eagle, it's just eagle. Unwind your top leg and take it back for bound airplane. Turn your left toes to the center of your mat. Square your hips. Warrior 3, arms go long. Turn your left hip down a little more. Good adjustments. Airplane. Really push down. You got to see where you're going. You're flying. Half moon. Now stack that left hip over. Slowly take your gaze up the wall to the ceiling to your fingers. Maybe your bottom hand comes to your heart or not. Release. Wiggle, jiggle, whatever you need. Mountain pose. Hands on your hips, elbows back. Grab your right knee or right foot. Ground down and then open to your right and look to your left. It's supposed to be on Do Not Disturb. Come back to center, dancing Shiva. Keep your knee up, come back to center, hands on your hips, push your right foot forward, draw it in, push away, draw in, push away, and hold it. Take it 6 inches higher, take your arms up, airplane. Standing splits or handstand prep, yogi's choice. Standing splits, just walk your hands down your leg. We'll even let you point your toes. Then make your way back to mountain pose. Ground down, hands on your hips, elbows back, left knee or left foot. Open to your left, look to your right. Dancing Shiva. Come back to center, keep your knee up, push your left foot forward, draw it in, push away, draw in, push away and hold it. Is it one more or that? Take it 9 inches higher. Arms up, airplane. Standing splits, handstand prep. And make your way back to extended mountain in the middle of your mat. Standing bow or dancer. Don't think, just go. Reach back and grab the inside of your right ankle. Think about turning your shoulders square to the front of your mat. That will turn your hips square. Shin pushes back and up. Soften your standing knee. Switch sides. Think about turning that left hip more level as you square your body. Release. Right back to the right side. This is where, get out of your comfort zone. Just go a little bit deeper, push a little more. If you fall, get right back into it. Left side. Mountain pose, top of your mat. Place both hands at heart center. Really ground down. Standing half pigeon. Right ankle across your left thigh. Hinge. Elbows to your shin. Maybe that's as far as you go. Maybe your hands go down to the block or the mat. Maybe an arm balance is there. Wherever you are is the right place to be. Yoga is a journey. Sometimes you have to start all over again. Keep your ankle across, come up to standing tree pose. Just put your right foot inside of your left thigh. Hands to heart center, interlock your palms, take them forward, and then make yourself into a Christmas angel. Might be the only time some of you ever get to be angels. Don't laugh, it just encourages me. Release. Other side, left ankle across. Now, the one hip is probably a lot different than the other. Maybe that arm balance is easier on this side. Or maybe it's harder. Or maybe you just think it's harder. Tree pose, left side. Start with your hands at heart center. This time, take any arm variation you want, as long as it's one you don't like to do. Mine is reverse namaste, the one I need to do the most. Root down into your standing foot with a soft knee. Take your gaze up and back. Close your eyes for 2 breaths. You're a tree, you can sway. Release. Tadasana. Place both hands over your heart. Close your eyes. Reconnect with your breath, your purpose. a time in class to congratulate yourself for doing the hard work, for coming out and kicking your own ass, because nobody else will. And having gratitude that you can do it. I've had many times where I was told I would never be able to practice yoga again after surgeries, but I'm still here. Slowly open your eyes. Imaginary high five your neighbor and tell them they're a badass. Inhale and reach up. Exhale and fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. Now, some of you can take your triangle a little farther apart. Your back foot can come back a little more. Take your heel back a little bit more. Let that top hand fall back. Now, most of us like to stick our chins out. Try to lengthen your neck. Pretend somebody with really bad breath is coming towards you and you're just going back with your chin. It's the best cue I've ever heard. Come up to standing, turn all 10 toes to the long left side of your mat. Take some arm bind and then hinge and fold. If you want to get upside down, now is the time. Otherwise, ninja lunges. Bend into one knee, come on your other heel and float like a ninja. If you want a little more out of it, maybe bring your hands to heart center or take them out like airplane wings and float like a ninja. People in the upside down place, make your way down. Everybody come up halfway. Come all the way up to standing. Namaste, front facing forward fold. Just that little baby one warrior. Baby, you know what to do. Take a bind and hinge over that front leg. Also splits if you want. Now, if you're like me, splits are a challenge. I have 2 blocks because my arms are not long enough. Twisted triangle or twisted splits. Make your way back to downward facing dog. You can go through a vinyasa. I won't stop you. Then right into left side triangle. Come up to standing. Step your right foot forward. Namaste, front facing on the other side. Yes, we're running out of time. Hinge over your front leg. Harold's been teaching too many hour-and-a-half classes. Twisted splits, twisted triangle. Make your way back to downward facing dog. Roll out to a high plank. Low plank, high plank, down dog. You can always do them from your knees. Angie wants 3 more. High. This is Angie over here. Low, high, down dog. High plank, low plank, up dog, no, down dog. Okay. Roll out to that high plank. And we're going to lower to the mat. Everything touches at one time. Slowly to my count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You guys are already down. Take your arms out to a T, shoulder rolls. Now you can bend your right knee and let your right foot fall behind. Maybe your left hand is just there as a support, or it can be a bind. If you want a little more out of it, bring your bent foot a little closer to your buttocks. Then move to the other side. That's it. You saw me coming. You're like, roll back onto your stomach, locust pose. Take your arms long by your side. Make yourself as long as you can be. Bend your knees, grab your ankles for floor bow. Inside or out, knees as close together as you can. Release. Windshield wipe your feet side to side one time. And then bow up again. Second set. Release. Plant your hands by your lowest ribs. And then inhale to the best up dog you've ever done. Hips come forward, collarbones wide. Downward facing dog. Come up on your tiptoes, maybe walk your feet in a little bit, bend your knees, look forward, and shoot through to staff pose. Or crawl through, however you get there. Way to go, Jeanette. Roll onto your back for bridge pose. Now do your first bridge. Bring your shoulder blades underneath. Shimmy your shoulders in, hands towards your heels. Then release and come down. Bridge or wheel, yogi's choice. If you can, you must. Inhale and go. And you can always stay up. Come down for one breath and back up you go. Tuck your chin and come down. Wheel number 3 or stay in bridge. Tuck your chin and come down. Back up you go. Maybe in bridge, you lift one knee to your chest, one foot to the ceiling. Then switch. Wheels come down. One breath down. This will be our last one. Make it big. Encourage your neighbor. You've got it. And go. Wheel. Supta Baddha Kavasana. Soles of your feet together. Knees go wide. One hand on your heart. One hand on your stomach. Reconnect with your breath and your purpose. Grab the outsides of your feet. Happy baby or dead bug. Release your feet. Hug your knees in. Rock and roll on your spine 3 times. Make your way to boat pose. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. High boat. Low boat. high boat. Make your way to right side half pigeon. Is it all right if we skip some abs? I think we've done enough. You can stay after class and we can do more. Right side half pigeon. It's fine to do half pigeon on your back. Modify as you need. Now, if you're really flexible and you're like, I love this part of class and I can just melt into it, do a little resistance. Think of that angry cat back. Maybe put your head on your hands, a block. You want to keep your cervical spine long. Make your way to left side half pigeon. I like to go through a down dog and move my hip open. Friday night, I went ice skating with my almost 9-year-old granddaughter. And my hip, I don't bounce as well as I used to. Use that breath. Those long, powerful inhales, long, powerful exhales. Frog pose. Plenty of wall space if you want to do it prone or on your back. Ideally, everything is 90 degrees. And once again, pit of your belly in. You can do wide-legged forward fold. You ever tried it with a strap when you're like that? You're so flexible, I don't know what to do. This is another time where breathing is really good. I think it's good to breathe all the time, but pull the pit of your belly in. That's it. Like I have a knife and I'm going to stab you. Flex your feet. And can you bring your hips forward a little bit? Come forward a little bit. That's it. How's that? Best thing about frog pose is there's only one side. And you're more than halfway done. Hardest thing for frog for me is getting out of it. Push yourself forward, bring your feet together, make your way back onto your mat. Single seated leg extension. Just think of a figure 4, left foot inside of your right. You can reach and grab the outside of your right foot with your left hand. Gate pose, plant your left hand behind you, push down and reach. One of my favorite stretches. Switch sides. Gate pose. Seated forward fold. Now this time melt. Let everything go. Grab the outsides of your feet. Maybe you need to soften your knees or put a block in front. Reverse plank, reverse tabletop. Fish pose. If you have a block, put it between your thoracic spine. If you have neck issues, I've got another block you could use on your neck. Or you could do it with your hands underneath your butt. Supta Baddha Kavasana legs are good. Now, if you take my class often, you know fish is the pose I recommend you do every day on your own, especially if you work at a computer or you have one of those damn phones you carry all the time. Rejuvenation. You can stay in fish or you can get your asses up in the air. Legs up the wall, waterfall, shoulder stand, handstand, whatever. Or you can stay in fish. Shoulder stands go to plow. And then plows to deaf yogi's pose. Deaf yogis, use your arms like brakes, roll out onto your back and give yourself a giant hug. You deserve it. Arms go out to a T, gentle supine twist right or left. Switch sides. Supta Baddha Kavasana. There is a cold towel at the top of your mat. You can use it or not. Get you one, Meg. Okay. Just don't throw it at the teacher. Everybody's favorite pose, Shavasana. Enjoy. Well deserved. Begin to deepen your breath. Gentle movement in your fingers and your toes. Bend your ankles and your wrists. Take your arms long overhead. Point your fingers one way, your toes the other. Make yourself as long as you can be. Then hug your knees into your chest and roll to your right side. Infant's pose. You end where you begin. Using the strength of your left arm, push yourself up to a comfortable seated position, facing any direction. Eyes can be open or closed. Inhale your arms up. Exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Push your thumb knuckles into your sternum. Feel the vibration of your heart as we seal our class with one powerful Om. Deep breath in. Thumb knuckles to forehead center. I want to thank you all for being here as well as being in virtual land. It's a powerful practice. Thank you for the energy. Make sure to be kind to somebody that doesn't deserve it because they need it more than you do. Namaste. Thank you all. Thanks for coming, guys.
Thanks, Harold.